Imagine you're hiring 3 detectives to solve the same medical case, and each detective hands you a pile of evidence with receipts. Sounds helpful, right? But here's the twist. This paper asks a simple question. When you ask an AI chatbot for citations, does it retrieve the same studies that systematic review experts included, or does it drift toward the easy-looking ones? Researchers put 3 modern general-purpose chatbots to the test: Claude Sonnet 5, Gemini 3.1 Pro, and ChatGPT GPT 5.5. They used clinical questions pulled from 20 Cochrane review problems, the kind experts rely on. Then they simulated 3 user roles: a patient, a clinician, and a researcher evidence synthesis person. And they repeated each setup multiple times, so it wasn't just luck. Here's what they found. On average, a single chatbot response retrieved only 39.2% of the Cochrane-included studies, but it cited very few from the excluded set, about 5.0%. So yes, it finds something real, but it misses a lot. Now the real headline. ChatGPT recalled far more included studies than the others, 63.1% versus 37.0% for Claude and 17.3% for Gemini. And role mattered too. The researcher role performed best, getting about 42.8% recall, compared to clinicians at 38.6% and patients at 36.1%. Ask like a scientist, and the chatbot behaves more like a scientist. But what about the biggest driver of success? Sample size. The larger the study's sample size, the more likely the chatbot was to retrieve it. Statistically, that was the only independently significant predictor, odds ratio 1.80 per log sample size. Think of it like a magnet. Bigger studies are like bigger metal chunks. So do AI chatbots find what experts would? They retrieve some of it, but they're biased toward bigger trials, and performance depends on both the model and how you ask. If you use chatbots for medical questions, don't just accept the citations. Treat them like a starting map, then verify the landmarks in the systematic review. Want the link to the code and the exact dataset this paper used? Check the description, and share this episode with a clinician, a researcher, or anyone curious how evidence retrieval really works.